Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. There is no place we would rather be than nature, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. How to recognize energy draining people fast. 10 simple ways to spot an energy draining person. Now, this could be you. It could be somebody else. It could be someone you have yet to meet, or even the cat down the road. I got a question that came in from someone who said, they asked, how can I protect myself from an energy draining person? Have you ever been around somebody and you don't feel good afterwards? And you're like, wait a minute, we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? It's too early for this. And then you're like, where did my energy go? I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey, how I spot energy draining people fast. Now, I used to work in a library for like 5 years when I was studying as well at university. And my manager, very enthusiastic woman, was always nagging me, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I'm like, ain't nobody got time for this. Bye. I didn't say that though. I was just tolerating it, not realizing you end up with what you are willing to put up with. Slow motion this side. I thought there was nothing I could do about it. And I just used to realize how my energy would be depleted after just being around her, being in that environment. Okay, thank goodness things have changed. Now, gonna give you an example first. Ever played some music? It's got a great beat. You're like dancing like, yeah. Actually, you're like dancing on a table right now. Okay, and then the music stops and it's the next day. And then you feel really tired, right? Because the beat was designed to do that, right? To drain your energy. You just didn't know it. And then there's a song which is really like mellow. It's not as entertaining. Maybe it's a classical piece. But the next day, you've got like so much energy. And you're like, where the hell did that come from? That's how it works. Not all that glitters is gold. Okay? So, people don't get it when I say the whole universe is a business. The moment we breathe, we are making a transaction. And the moment you stop breathing, making that transaction, you are out of here. Okay? So, energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So every single day, we are making thousands, probably millions of tiny energetic transactions. When you walk down the road, when you pay somebody attention, right? Okay, but the question is, am I getting it back? Okay, I meet a lot of empaths. A lot of empaths are diving deep. So I'm going to share with you how I spot energy draining people fast. Energy draining people are the takers of life. They just take. Oh my goodness, you've taken everything and you've left nothing for me. Ever been around somebody who just asks these like really unreasonable, outlandish favors like, hey, take me up Mount Everest? Huh? People actually ask that these days, right? Look, the takers of life, they just drain you because they always have these huge demands. Now it's great to ask. I ask all the time, like for favors as well. But at the same time, is it just one-sided? Right? If you are giving to somebody and you don't get anything back, that's how to spot an energy drainer. because they just take, and take. But you see, the problem, and my problem, I realized, was actually it's not the energy draining person's fault. It's actually my fault for tolerating this mess. I have to take responsibility. Why is it me who's always giving and them who is always taking, right? A lot of the times people take us for granted until you stop doing something. Then they're like, oh, why'd you stop? Now they can wake up finally. So just realize this: to spot an energy draining person, it is someone right now in your life, or maybe even the cat down the road. No, it's not the cat down the road, who's just taking and taking from you. So you've got to ask yourself, why am I tolerating this? It's a choice. And that's what I realized. So I left that job and I came out into nature, baby. How to recognize energy draining people fast. Let's talk about the second simple way. I only came here for the party, and no, I don't drink Bacardi. I only came here for the strawberries in the party. Now, my mom puts on a lot of parties, right? I'm someone who loves to go to parties. I don't really like to put on parties, right? So sometimes I can be a bit of an energy draining person too, right? Especially when it's a great party. But then again, I do make a lot of videos, so it balances it out, right? It balances it out. Now, some people, they only come here for the party. They only come there to drink, eat, and then leave. Now, whenever my mom makes these parties, I always observe the guests who are doing it, right? There are people who, they come for the party, they get invited, they sit down, they eat, they drink, then they leave. And there are some people who actually come before, like an hour before, they help set up for the party, they bring food. Now, are you one of those people who actually bring stuff when you go to a party? Yay! Or are you one of those people who doesn't and just eat everything? Uh-oh. Yeah, you did that at my last party, right? Don't worry about it. Now, I did a party back in, when was it? A few years ago, right? In Venice. And a lot of people bought stuff and some people didn't, and that's fine. But you see, energy draining people, once again, they are only there for the party. They don't want to help you set up. They don't want to help you pack up. Definitely not, right? But you see, people who are giving you energy, what I call energy enhancing people, they will help you set up. These are good friends. They will come like 30 minutes before, say, hey, is everything going okay? Do you want me to bring some extra plates? We don't need plates here because we're just going to eat strawberries, just like pick them up and eat them. It's fine, right? But they will do all of that and they'll help you sometimes pack up. Now, sometimes obviously they can't do that because they got to rush off to the next party, but they will always help. So ask yourself, in my life, is this person an energy draining person or an energy enhancing person? Are they helping me pack up the chairs? Slow motion this side. Or did they only come for the party? Typical. Don't worry about it. How to recognize energy draining people fast. Let's talk about the third simple way that's helped me along my journey. If something feels off, chances are it is off, right? If something tastes off, chances are it is off. The universe we live in is so intelligent, and it has given us something called intuition, and it has given us something called emotions, which are your inner guidance system, your inner GPS, right? So the more you tap into your emotions, you can actually start feeling the energy of somebody else. And if it feels off, it doesn't necessarily mean doesn't mean they are a bad person. It just means your energies are not in alignment your energies are not in alignment. Okay? So if something feels off, you got to trust your senses. That is how to spot an energy draining person. Like a lot of empaths, they have this ability naturally. Like they go to a party, they walk into the room, and it's just too noisy. They're like, bye, I'm leaving, bye. Sometimes they duck down as well, right? They got different techniques. Empaths got different techniques for that stuff. But an empath will feel your energy even before you open your mouth, because sometimes a person's energy can say more than their words. Okay? Slow motion. Slow motion. It's like, right? So if it feels off, if they feel off, they probably are not meant for you. They're not going to help you. They're not going to enhance your energy. I call these awkward silences. And this happens in a lot of, sometimes even dating experiences people have, right? They go on a date and there's like these really awkward silences. Yeah, it feels off, which means, doesn't mean they are a bad person. It just means that your energies are incompatible. Look, I want you to ask yourself this. Has my mom or someone in my family ever asked me to go and sit with that relative in the room? Yeah, in the living room right there, right? Go and keep them company while I make this food. Yeah, my mom always used to ask me that, like, go and keep that auntie, that uncle company. And it's great, right? Growing up, I was just like, hey, why not? I'm a polite, kind person, so I would do it. And this person wouldn't say anything. They would just like zip it. So I would have to be entertaining them, like talking. Once again, giving. They would just be taking. Now, here's how it works. You see, there is something called sympathetic vibration. This is where two people are vibrating towards each other, and then you make beautiful love babies, right? It's beautiful. But you see, when there is no sympathetic vibration, when the energies aren't moving towards each other, there is an energy imbalance. And this is how to spot an energy draining person. Okay? That's how it happens. Because you go into the room, they're really silent. Okay? It feels off. They're really silent. And then you're like, whoa, where did my energy go? It went right to them. That's why if someone is not well, if they are sick, you have to go in with the best energy. I used to work in a hospital. I've worked with people with all kinds of ailments, right? And you want to keep your spirits high. That is how to protect yourself from an energy draining person. If you are now going down to their vibration, then once again, you become part of their vibration. And once again, anyway, if someone's vibration is lower than yours, you're going to have to give them a bit to balance it out. Nature is very smart like that. Okay, so trust your intuition. Then we can talk about the fourth simple way, and it's resonance, right? Very similar to feeling if the energy is off. What is love? Love is when two people or more are vibrating at the same frequency. That is all. So when Tina said, what's love got to do with it? Right? She didn't sing it like that. What's love got to do with it, right? Love has everything to do with it, right? When we talk about energy draining people, the love a mother has for her child is one of resonance. They are resonating at the same frequency, okay? Child has been inside for 9 months, right? There is a huge bond. Now, a lot of the times, an energy draining person, there is no resonance. We got nothing to talk about. In essence, it's an awkward silence once again, and the conversations are very shallow. That is how to spot an energy draining person. Like, can you dive deep, baby? Because don't talk to me about like, how are you and stuff. I'm too busy talking about like aliens and stuff like that, right? And the third eye and things like of that nature, right? Once again, it's nothing personal if someone is energy draining. It just means you have to extend your energy over to them. You have to extend your energy over to them. Okay, so the greatest relationships are built on resonance. The higher the resonance, the higher the greater the relationship. The greater the relationship, baby. The greater the relationship. Two energies of different frequencies can't occupy the same time and space. So, to spot an energy draining person, ask yourself, are we singing the same song? Are we on the same page right now? And if not, well, both of you won't be enhancing each other's energy. Plain and simple. Now, how to recognize energy draining people fast? Let's talk about it. The fifth simple way. 7-day vegan challenge. There are foods which look good. There are even foods which taste good. And then there are foods which make you feel good. Eat well, feel well. Now, I'm not going to act like a saint. I used to love processed foods at one point, over a decade ago. Okay, before I started a plant-based diet. And it was just because the smell brought me there. What's that? Right? The taste brought me there. Oh, what's that? But once again, one food was energy draining and one food was energy enhancing. Now, the food that looked great was the energy draining one. Just like sometimes people, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. And the food that didn't look so good was the energy enhancing one. Like an apple just looks like an apple, right? It's just an apple. But that gives you the most energy because it's full of live enzymes. Grapes, grapes look pretty good. Grapes look sexy enough, right? But then there are foods like these processed foods. You're like, wow, look at this. Look at the shape on that. Look at the design on that. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. Not realizing these foods will rob you of your energy. They don't have any life force energy in them. So, been a vegan for over 12 years, and every single day people are Snapchatting me their 7-day vegan challenge experience. So I want to ask you, what are you eating that doesn't even taste good, but you know it's so good for you? For me, spirulina doesn't taste that good actually, but I know it's really good for you. It's the best source of protein on the planet, full of iron, magnesium, zinc. I could go on. It's energy enhancing, right? So we're not just talking about people, we're also talking about food, baby. Juice up. Let's talk about number 6. How to recognize energy draining people fast. Chronic complainers. These are people who complain chronically. Now, I often see the news as a massive energy drainer because I don't watch the news, right? Why did I stop watching the news, right? I hear stories here and there, but I realize afterwards, I would say, where the hell did my energy go, right? Because it only brings you problems. A lot of the mainstream news never gives you solutions, which means it is not helping you become your greatest version. I'm all about helping people. So if I give somebody a problem, I'm going to give you a solution to that problem. So to spot an energy draining person, ask yourself, are you around someone who's just complaining all the time about how bad their problems are? Now, I've got people writing to me sometimes 3-page emails of just problems. Not even a hi, Ralph. How's your day going? How's the cat down the road? Right? So I always know when I look at messages, if people write to me saying, oh, thanks a lot, this video helped me, then go in with the question, I'll probably be more likely to answer it. But don't just give me an essay without even saying hi. That's so mean. Listen, chronic complainers, they got 1,001 problems to tell you every single second. How do they manage that? Nobody knows. Energy draining person. So we go on to the 7th simple way to spot an energy draining person is what I call the emotional drive-by. Now, once again, you are not a victim of circumstance. That's a solution. You don't have to tolerate being around this person who is not enhancing your life experience, but only taking away your energy. The emotional drive-by, which I coined a long time ago, If you're a deep diver, you'll know about it. An emotional drive-by happens when somebody rolls up to you and then starts dumping their emotional baggage onto you. And then they shoot off like pew. You don't see them. They're like the road runner at that point. Like they take their time explaining to you what all their problems, and then they just scoot off. Because they want you now to deal with their baggage. So if you are an empath or a Pisces, beware of that. You've got to protect your own energy first before you can help other people. Right? I inspire millions of people every single day. But it's only because I know how to protect my energy. You've got to set up healthy, energetic boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes. Definitely say yes if I invite you to eat some strawberries with me. The emotional drive-by happens every single day. So you've got to be very wary of environments you are working in. Okay? And learning that if you don't feel comfortable around somebody just telling you something about their situation all the time, you don't have to listen. You can say bye and then come back when they're gone, right? But I listen a lot of the times, but I have filters, like I have shields, which I put up. I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to handle it, baby. How to recognize energy draining people. Talk to me. Let's talk about the 8th simple way. Energy draining people are control freaks. They want to control you every single word, thought, and action. Every single second. Now, once again, I've been an energy draining person, and you have as well. We have all been energy draining people, because on your way to becoming your greatest version, we are discovering how we aren't all saints and we have so much work to do on ourselves. So an energy draining person is somebody who, sometimes it can happen in relationships. Are you in a relationship right now where your partner is like, don't look at that person? Who are you to look at them? And then you got to ask them, am I under your jurisdiction? Like, did you make me? Are you going to tell me who I can and can't look at? That's what you got to do. You got to start learning how to express yourself. Okay? Because energy draining people love to control you. And the solution around it is to learn how to use your voice. People say silence is the best. No, it's not. You want silence. At the same time, you want assertiveness. You want a confidence. You want a confidence level which allows you to speak your heart and mind. You don't want to just be passive all the time, because that's how you let control freaks govern your life. Now you end up listening to all your parents and friends to say, go and work there. And that's why you ended up in that shitty job. Don't blame anybody. You listened. You should have said, no, I don't want to do it, Mom. I want to go to this place and play with the dolphins. And then you could have gone there. Right? It's that simple. So, ask yourself, is there somebody who is really controlling in my life right now? Maybe someone at work, maybe in a relationship, or maybe someone you meet every single day. Realize you don't have to tolerate that. Okay? Number 9. Energy draining people don't want you to be yourself. They can't accept you for who you are. So what have you got to do? You got to become even more of who you are. Right? I had people years ago saying, Ralph, I love your videos, but can you please stop doing this and please stop doing that? And I'm like, no. Actually, I thought about it for a second. I'm like, maybe they have a point. But years down the line, I didn't change, because this is what I was like. My mentality is like, hey, I got to be myself. I'm not doing these videos for you, yet the numbers are growing. So whatever I'm doing is working. You got to be smart. You see, energy draining people, they will always say, just change yourself. They're never happy accepting you for who you are. They'll say, oh, be a bit louder, be a bit more quiet. No. Energy enhancing people, they will accept you for who you are, realizing you and them are different people. Therefore, they honor you and you hopefully honor them, right? Energy draining people, they always want to modify you, change you around, rearrange you. Ain't nobody got time for that. And let's talk about it. How to recognize energy draining people fast. Let's talk about the last simple way. Now, energy draining people love to gossip, right? They love to talk about things, people, places, and circumstances which ain't got nothing to do with you. And they have nothing to do in your own evolutionary process that's going to help you. Like, they'll talk about something which is like totally random from you, like from what you're doing. And you know that, right? Like, when I talk of becoming my greatest version, right, a lot of people write to me about this subject. But when someone writes to me about something which is totally off, I'm like, what the hell is that about? Right? I know it's a distraction. Energy draining people set up the booby traps for you. They set up the distractions. Energy enhancing people, they help you move more into your life purpose. That's why you've got to connect with the people who remind you who you are. That's what's helped me along my journey. Like, find a mentor right now. Right? I had a mentor. And he's the reason why my mom's also a mentor, right? But my mentor is one of the reasons why I keep growing and growing, because the foundation he gave me was solid to stand upon. I had the right information and the right guidance. Now, you see, a lot of us, we don't have mentors. We think, oh, I can do everything by myself. Yeah, that's right. So you're going to get the distractions now. You're going to get people who are going to distract you away from your life purpose. And that's why your life isn't going anywhere. And that's how it was for me until I started to ask myself, is this person helping me or, whoa, distracting me? Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? You owe it to yourself to be around people who take you to the next level. Have a beautiful day, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You!